Hi, everybody. Mark Hewitt here for the Gospel Station Spotlight Show, and my co-host, Tisha Todd. Yeah.
So good to be here again, isn't it?
It is, and we're going to have a great show. It's July 4th.
Freedom Day.
Yeah, Freedom Day, and we're going to have a lot of freedom today.
Songs
Great
of
songs.
freedom,
Oh,
amen.
yeah. We've got Canaan Bound Trio from Denison, Texas, and Deborah Butcher from the Circle of Friends
And right here in Ada, Oklahoma.
in Ada, Oklahoma. And we'll be back with Canaan Bound Trio right after a word from our sponsor.
For years now, you've been hearing about PlaqueMan on the Gospel Station Network. Did you know that PlaqueMan has literally helped hundreds and hundreds of people get heart healthy? It is a tremendous product with fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals, amino acids, an herbal blend, and much, much more. Extremely effective. It will change your health. Make PlaqueMan into a fruit smoothie and start your day each morning, or replace meals with it as a weight loss program. Or you can also buy it in gel caps. PlaqueMan, effective with a money-back guarantee. Why not give it a try? Get heart healthy today by calling 1-800-557-8815. We're selling more PlaqueMan right now than ever before because it works. 1-800-557-8815. PlaqueMan distributed by the Gospel Station Network, a nonprofit organization.
I want to be a little more like Jesus every day. I want to make a lot of progress on the King's Highway. I want to study a little, give a little, pray a little, live a little more like Jesus every day. I want to tell him his love wherever I go. He's a friend of mine and I love him so. Though my journey's hard, still I'll go on my journey home.
Well, it's been a long old journey. Sometimes the steps are slow. I've been a long time traveling, but I'm not discouraged though. 'Cause I'm on my way to glory land, in the right direction I know. I got a long way to go, but I'm happy on my journey home.
I want to be a little more like Jesus every day. I want to make a lot of progress on the King's Highway. I want to pray a little, give a little, pray a little, live a little more like Jesus every day. I want to tell him his love wherever I go. He's a friend of mine and I love him so. Though my journey's hard, still I'll go on my journey home.
Now before you start your journey, make sure your flag's unfurled. Be ready to meet your Savior before you leave this world. No excuses are accepted when you stand before God's throne. You better fall on your knees in confession on your journey home.
I want to be a little more like Jesus every day. I want to make a lot of progress on the King's Highway. I want to say a little, give a little, pray a little, live a little more like Jesus every day. I want to tell him his love wherever I go. He's a friend of mine and I love him so. Though my journey's hard, still I'll go on my journey home. I want to be a little more like Jesus every day. I want to make a lot of progress on the King's Highway. I want to say a little, give a little, pray a little, live a little more like Jesus every day. I want to be a little more like Jesus every day. I want to make a lot of progress on the King's Highway. I want to say a little, give a little, pray a little, live a little more like Jesus every day. I want to tell him his love wherever I go. He's a friend of mine and I love him so. Though my journey's hard, still I'll go on my journey home.
And that was On My Journey Home from the CD from Canaan Bound's project On Our Journey. And right now joining Tisha Todd and I from Denison, Texas,
Good old Texans.
Canaan Bound Trio. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Doing fine.
Good. We're glad to have you guys. Now, Canaan Bound consists of three folks. We've got Dale and Sue Kennington and Ruth Ledbetter. And we're just honored to have you guys with us tonight and sharing your ministry and sharing your heart and sharing your music.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about how everything began. Looking at your bio off of heavensound.com, you guys started off just singing together in church, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. We would either do duets or composed or different combinations.
How did all of it come together where you guys decided that the Lord wanted you to get together and go out and sing at other churches and things?
Well, here's a good Christian story for you, Mark. Back a few years ago, quite a few years ago now, Larry and I were separated, and I was still handling the music, and Dale was still leading the music with us, and Sue was at doing the children's ministry. But every Memorial Day week or Memorial weekend, they went to Gilbert, Texas, for a funeral association meeting, and they sang. Mm-hmm. Well, it was about a year and a half later or so. Dale and Sue invited me to go with them just to get away, and we did that for 2 years in a row. And the third year that I went with them, Larry and I were working on getting back together, and he came with us. So we go down there and sing, and of course Larry has a tender heart, and he just cried and everything. But on our way home, Larry just kind of spoke up and said, y'all need to be doing this on a permanent basis. And Sue kind of started crying then and said, you know, the Lord's been talking to me. And I was wrong. It never hit me at all. So we got to working on that. And I think in 2004, we became Canaan Bound, and we started. So that was what God had wanted us to do, and it brought Larry and I back together again.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
That's great. It's a good story.
Great story. Great story. Well, Dale and Sue, you were singing years before that. Tell us how God led you all into from singing together into joining with Ruth.
Well, like she said, you know, when we went down there, my dad was president of the cemetery association that we were going with, and we just had some books that had some trio arrangements in it, and we said, let's just work on this and work up a few trio songs. And so for those 2 years, we were down there and spent the whole day on Sunday singing. And in fact, on the back of our project On Our Journey, there's a picture of a church on there, an old wooden church there, and that's where the cemetery is, up to the side of that. And that's the church where we were created.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the songs we're going to be featuring on today's show.
Our second one.
Your second CD, your most recent CD. Okay. Yes. And you've got 10 songs and all on that. We're going to be featuring more from that project. On My Journey Home, who decided that was going to be a project and that was going to be the name of the project? Did you all just come together with that, or did one of you say, hey, I think we ought to do this?
We liked the song and worked it up, and then when we got ready to do our CD, we kind of think, well, we're on our journey for the Lord, and I think that's what we ought to call this project.
I've been in concert with you guys several times over the years, and I'll tell you that you've got a sweet, sweet spirit about you, and you've got a nice harmony, and you're just, as we said down home, you're just good folk.
Hey, Ruth, I got a question. I said, Ruth Ledbetter, that sounds so familiar. Your mother used to sing with the Gaithers back when?
When Bill and Gloria Gaither started, they did a lot of Nazarene churches up north.
Right.
My mom was song leader. When she sang a song for the hymnals one Sunday, Bill was not feeling good or whatever, and he says, we need for you to come sing with us. So every time they were around the area, my mom and dad packed up all 8 of us kids.
Oh, wow.
And she went and sang with Bill and Gloria when they first started.
Oh, how neat. I just was in Dallas 3 weeks ago and got to sit in with on the Gaither Homecoming, and I'm telling you, blessing upon blessing. That's really neat. That's real neat. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Carry with you.
Yeah.
We had a women's retreat, which Gloria and her friends came and spoke, and when they got in line to sign the book, I just walked up to her and said, "Do you remember me?" And she probably said no. And I said, "Do you remember Mary Irvin?" And she looked at me and she said, "Which daughter are you?"
That's neat. That's neat.
They were very, very natural, sincere, and just down home, like you say, Mark. They're just really, it was Bill, and I was going, "Oh, Bill Gaither," but just really neat people. Just super, super neat. You love to be around people like that.
We know the thing Mark Lowry said years ago. He said, the only difference between us and the audience is 3 feet higher.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's it.
Yeah,
We all have problems. We all have concerns. We all have fears and things like that. And it's neat to know that you have a heritage like that.
Oh, yeah.
That started years ago. That probably shaped what the direction you went, Ruth.
Oh, probably in a way. I was more a piano player when I was younger. My mother sat in front of the piano with all 6 of 8 kids and would play the piano while she was pregnant, and I was the only one that it stuck.
Wow.
So I played the piano.
That's neat.
You played the piano.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, well, let's talk a little more about some of the songs on the project, on my journey. We're going to play I Rest My Case at the Cross.
What's that about? That's kind of got a different little title, doesn't it?
It's a beautiful song.
I Rest My Case.
Beautiful song. Great harmonies, great music, great arrangement. Tell us a little bit about how you came to get that song on the project.
So this is Sue, and I don't really remember when we got the song, but I know we worked on it, and I worked for a lawyer for 30-something years, and she just thought automatically that this was going to be my song because it talks about having a champion, having someone that stands up for you and, will defend you and this kind of stuff. But I think it really took root. This song is one of her favorites.
Absolutely.
And so, it just comes about. Each of them are a little bit different, and we each feel different things for each of the songs that the Lord directs us to put on our CDs.
Right. You just kind of hear a song and you just kind of know that's mine. That's one that we need to include. It kind of just clicks in your spirit, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are songs on your CD projects that everybody does, and there are some that you just take ownership of.
Yeah, right.
And that's one of them that I feel that really struck me is the spirit and the harmonies were so tight woven, and I thought, boy, that's one I want on the show. So let's go ahead and listen to that right now. Let's listen to I Rest My Case at the Cross from the CD project On My Journey from Canaan Bound Trio.
There's a covenant sweet, it was written for me. It's a promise that I could live from all my sin and my shame, even heartache and pain. It was signed and confirmed on a hill. So I rest my case at the cross, for now I have someone to champion my cause. I've been justified, satisfied. Oh, I have it all. So I rest my case at the cross. Don't feel sorry for me when you see I'm in need. judge who grants mercy and love. All my burdens He lifts, all my sin He forgives. Every trial is won through the blood. So I rest my case at the cross. For now I have someone to champion my cause. I've been justified, satisfied. Oh, I have it all. So I rest my case at the cross. In the cross, in the cross, be my glory ever. This covenant is binding by His blood and His word. Every time I'm in trouble, my case will be heard. I've been justified, satisfied. Oh, I have it all. So I rest my case at the cross. The
And that was I Rest My Case at the Cross off the CD project On My Journey from Canaan Bound Trio.
I rest my case.
That's
That's a good song.
That's right.
Had a good message, right?
You know, we've been in talking about your ministry and where you came from. You know, your mom had a heritage of singing with the Gaithers, and then you're playing piano in church, and Dale and Sue Kennington are involved in church, and God just brought you guys together, meshed you together. Such a finely woven group. And you've sung not only here in Oklahoma, but where else have you ministered in the years past?
We've sang all over Texas and a lot of Oklahoma, been in Arkansas.
I know that you come up here quite often in the Oklahoma area, and you're always a blessing. Now, just recently, you were in McAllister, Oklahoma. Yeah, did y'all have a good time?
Yes.
I heard there was a lot of food there.
Oh yeah. Well, attendance like we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Getting back to the CDs. Now, you've got two CDs that we're featuring today. We're featuring the Getting Ready CD. We're featuring a song from there, as well as three of them from On Our Journey. Great projects, great song choices as well. I mean, I can't say enough about that. And this next song we're going to talk about is from the Getting Ready CD called His Grace is Sufficient. And
Amen.
Again, you guys just did a wonderful job of harmonies and phrasing, and it's just an anointed song. And we're glad that you included that on that project.
Yeah.
We did a song from Booth Brothers. It's off of one of their albums, and we really liked it. And spoke to all of us about how the Lord is with us and sees us through our
Amen.
needs, and just thought it was a good one to sing. It went together well, and so we did it.
Well, it's a great song. We're going to listen to that right now. Here's from the Getting Ready CD from Canaan Bound Trio. Here's His Grace is Sufficient.
I've tried and tested, as I travel day by day, oft I meet with pain and sorrow, and there's trouble in the way. But I have this sweet assurance that the Lord my soul will lead, and in Him there is strength for every need. Oh, His grace is sufficient for me, and His love is abundant and free. And what joy fills my soul, just to know that His grace is sufficient for me. When the tempter brings confusion and I don't know what to do, on my knees I turn to Jesus, for He'll always see me through. When despair is changed to victory, every doubt just melts away, and in Him there is hope for every day. Oh, His grace is sufficient for me, and His love is abundant and free. And what joy fills my soul, just to know that His grace is sufficient for me. And what joy fills my soul, just to know that His grace is sufficient for me.
And that was His Grace
Great
is
song.
Sufficient. Yeah, from the Getting
great
Ready
song.
CD from the Canaan Bound Trio. And we're talking to Dale and Sue Kennington and Ruth Ledbetter. And we are going to talk about one more song here in just a minute. Yeah, last time I was with you guys were talking about going into the studio pretty soon and doing a third project. Now,
Yes.
I know you're excited about that.
We are. We're just trying to find the time when we can get into the studio.
Hey, we're going to talk a little more about your CD project here on Our Journey, and we're going to feature one more song, and then we want to find out a little bit more about how people can get in touch with you and so forth to have you in their church or their event. The last song we're going to feature is a Gaither song, and I know this song because back in the year 2000, long in a galaxy far, far away, I sang with a quartet called The Prodigals. And this is one of the songs that we did a lot.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
That
yes,
one,
I know.
like
Great
that.
song.
Yeah, I
Great
like
song. Great harmonies. And in fact, the lead on this, there's really not a lead on this. It's just all together, isn't it?
Yes, it's just 3-part harmony all the way through.
And let's go ahead and play that for everybody right now. From the CD project from Canaan Bound, On Our Journey, here's Yes, I Know.
lost and lonely. Jesus' blood can make you free, for he saved the worst among you when he saved a wretch like me. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. To the faint he giveth power, through the mountains makes a way, findeth water in the desert, turn your night to golden day. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. In temptation he is near thee, holds a power of hell at bay, guides you to the paths of safety, gives you grace for every day. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. And I know, yes I know, Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. Jesus' blood can make the vilest sinner clean. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus that makes you
Well, what a great song, huh, Tisha?
Mm-hmm.
Great
I like
song,
that one.
great harmonies. Canaan Bound Trio from Denison, Texas, talking with us tonight. And how can people get in touch with you to get a copy of these projects and to get in touch with you about having you in their church service or their event?
Well, you can either write to us at Canaan Bound, 1805 FM, 1753, Denison, Texas, 75021, or you can call me at 903-271-7826. And this is Sue. That's my cell number. We are on heavensound.com under Texas.
Hey, guys, thanks so much and for being with us and for sharing your music and for sharing your ministry. And we just want to thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, it was good visiting with you. Hopefully we'll meet one day.
Canaan Bound Trio from Denison, Texas. And we'll be back in just a moment with Deborah Butcher.
Amen.
After a word from our sponsor.
For years now, you've been hearing about PlaqueMan on the Gospel Station Network. Did you know that PlaqueMan has literally helped hundreds and hundreds of people get heart healthy? It is a tremendous product with fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals, amino acids, an herbal blend, and much, much more. Extremely effective. It will change your health. Make Plaquemine into a fruit smoothie and start your day each morning, or replace meals with it as a weight loss program. Or you can also buy it in gel caps. Plaquemine, effective with a money-back guarantee. Why not give it a try? Get heart healthy today by calling 1-800-557-8815. We're selling more Plaquemine right now than ever before because it works. 1-800-557-8815. Plaquemine distributed by the Gospel Station Network, a nonprofit organization.
Lily of the valley, let your sweet aroma fill my life. Rose of Sharon, show me how to grow in beauty in God's sight. Fairest of 10,000, make me a reflection of your love. Day stars shine down on me, let your love shine through me in the night. Lead me, Lord, I'll follow. Anywhere you open up the door. Let your word speak to me. Show me what I've never seen before. Lord, I want to be your witness. You can take what's wrong and make it right. Day stars shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Lord, I see a world that's dying, wounded by the master of deceit. They're groping in the darkness, and they're haunted by the years of past defeat. But then I see you standing near me, Lord. You're reaching with compassion in your eyes. Jesus, shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Lead me, Lord, I'll follow. Anywhere you open up the door. Your word speak to me and show me what I've never seen before. Lord, I want to be your witness. promise you can take what's wrong and make it right. Only you can, Lord. Day star, shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Day star, shine down on me. Let your love shine through me in the night. Ooh, Jesus, shine on me. In the night.
And that was Daystar off of the new project from Deborah Butcher called My Song in the Night. And joining us right now in the studio is Deborah Butcher.
Yay.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, how
Hi,
you
Tish.
doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Thanks for being here. So glad to have you on the show.
I am honored to be.
Hey, Deb, we're so glad to have you. We've waited for you to come here and to share what God's doing in your life and how He's opening doors and just the blessings of the Lord. So it's really neat to have you here.
Thank you, Tish.
Really,
I have
really
waited
neat.
for this, and I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Got a new project. Of course, you know, you go back a long ways. When I first met you, of course, I met you through Circle of Friends, since I think the first time. But it was, we got to talking and visiting and everything, and finding out a little bit about you and where you'd been. You had already been singing when you were a lot younger. Well, not that you're old. I didn't mean that.
Thank you very
But,
much.
Yeah, but when you were
Good save.
when you were a lot younger and traveling and ministering with a lot of people, help me out.
Well, when I
You did some things with Larnell Harris.
I actually,
sang
I was
with Larnell?
Yes, I actually got to sing. I've just seen Jesus with Larnell Harris I think it was in '93 when I was working with Marilyn Hickey Ministries in Denver. And that was, of course, a highlight of my life.
Oh, imagine.
And I sang on TBN in Denver. When I was working up there, I also had the opportunity to sing. It's kind of an equivalent to TBN. It's called International Correspondence Institute. When I was overseas in Belgium, and I worked with them, and I did some TBN taping. Well, like I said, it's kind of equivalent to TBN. And I did some taping with them and some singing, and just it's been a long road to get me to this point.
Right. But, you know, the steps of a righteous man are ordered of the Lord. So He keeps directing you and moving you and thrusting you forward. But I mean, it was really neat when I was talking to you, because I thought, my goodness, you know, here is Mark. Here is a gal that's right here in the shadows of Ada, Oklahoma. Ada. And all of the things that God has done in her life, and yet they're just kind of laying there. But I'm a perfect believer that when God has a plan, He's going to produce it when He wants to. Right. And so I think that Deborah had to come through, because I know a little bit about her story. I think she came through a lot of things in her life that the enemy tried to divert God's plan for her life. But I tell you what, God's victorious, isn't He, Deb?
He is
and
victorious.
He's done a great thing. Tell us a little bit about when you started singing.
Well, I first started singing as a little girl in church. And then I started, when I got to, my daddy started preaching at a Woodlake Assembly in Tulsa, and got involved in the youth choir there. And the minister of music over there kind of took me under his wing. And he taught me about presentation, but I learned a lot of my singing techniques from Vestal Goodman. I would watch Vestal on that Sunday morning singing Jubilee. Jubilee. And I know you're not supposed to have idols in our lives, but I think Vestal was a huge idol and made a huge impact on my singing. And then Sandy Patty came along. and I started singing a lot of Sandy songs. And then I just started ministering in women's groups. They would have me come to their churches and sing. And I always felt inhibited to step out past my little comfort zone that, we find ourselves in so often, because I didn't read music. And I was actually asked to sing with a group called Truth years ago, but I didn't do it because I couldn't read music. And so then I just kind of hid, I hid behind the pulpit of the church and just sang and was comfortable in that. Until I came to Ada and met Tisha. And
she has that effect on people.
She has that effect on people. And I started sharing my testimony with her, and the Lord has just started opening doors, and I'm at a place to where the dream of 30 years has come to place in this CD.
Amen.
Well, and I've had so many people, and Tisha's told me this even a couple of times in the last couple of months, we have our abilities and we think, okay, this isn't too bad, but I know my life, and I know where I have come from and the things that the Lord has brought me through. And she said, Deb, whom God calls, he qualifies.
That's right.
And I have stood on that, and I'm like, Lord, I'm yours. Whatever doors you open for me. If it's just to sing in a little bitty church, that's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely.
And since that's where I'm most comfortable, that's perfect for me.
Right.
Well, let's get back to your CD project. This is your debut CD project called My Song in the Night. But right now we're going to talk about Peace Speaker.
My favorite.
Peace
That's
Speaker.
my favorite, Mark.
It's a beautiful song.
Oh, God.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, it's got a message and a half.
That song is actually one of my sister-in-laws. It's her favorite song. And I just recently, within the last 2 years, they went through a lot of major medical issues. And he indeed was my peace speaker in the midst of those trying, dark days. The calm that the Holy Spirit brought through. And these songs are all, when I was trying to decide which songs to put on this CD, that was one of my first and foremost, because of the way it ministered to me during those times. The words are just, they're meat. They're deep, deep.
Well, let's listen to that song right now from the CD project from Deborah Butcher, My Song in the Night. Here is Peace Speaker.
It was such a lovely day. The sun was shining bright. The gentle wind was blowing my way. Not a storm cloud in sight. Then suddenly, without warning, storm surrounded my life. But even in the storm, I can feel the calm. And here's the reason why. I know the peace speaker. I know him by controls the winds and waves. When he says peace be still, they have to obey. I know the peace speaker. Yes, I know him by name. Now there's never been another man with the power of this man. And by simply saying, peace, be still, he can calm the strongest winds. That's why I never worry when the storm clouds come my way. I know he is near to drive away my fear, so I'll just smile and say, I know the peace speaker, I know him by name, I know the peace speaker, he controls the winds and waves. When he says peace be still, they have to obey. I know the peace speaker, yes, I know him by name. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. When he says peace be still, they have to obey. I know the peace speaker, yes, I know him by name. I'm glad I know the peace speaker, and Jesus is his name.
And that was Peace Speaker from My Song in the Night, the debut project from Deborah Butcher.
I love that one. Don't you
Yeah.
like that one?
Beautiful
Peace,
song.
peace.
Beautiful song.
Wonderful peace. I'll tell you what. But I tell you what, a beautiful song, and I love that one. That's probably my favorite on this worship CD that Deb's done. It's just really a neat song. It's got some good ones on there.
Yeah.
Got some good ones on
The next one we're going to play is Precious Lord.
Precious Lord is a song that there was a little lady in the church that Daddy pastored when I was a young girl. And Sister Ford loved this song. And she was in her 80s and would sit down at the piano and play. And there was such depth to the emotion in her song when she would sing. And I loved this song as a child. And as I grew older, my grandmother would sing it to me. And it's one of those, again, like Peace Speaker. It's got some deep meat to it. Mm-hmm. When you think about it, Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on.
Oh, yeah.
Help me stand. I am weak. Yeah. I am tired. And then the last verse is, take my hand and lead me on to that mansion in glory. It's a beautiful song. And it's an old song.
Oh, yeah. The first time I heard it, Elvis Presley was singing.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
my.
But it's just one of those calming songs,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Precious
Yeah.
Lord.
Let's listen to that right now. Here's Precious Lord from the CD project, My Song in the Night by Deborah Butcher.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. Precious Lord, you're the one that I built my life on. You're my rock, you're my hope, and you're my song. You picked me up, made me strong when my way was all wrong. Here's my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, Lord, linger near. When my life is all almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call. Take my hand, lest I fall. Here's my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me
And that was Precious Lord from My Song in the Night, the debut project from our guest, Deborah Butcher.
You know, Mark, what I was thinking when Deborah was talking about every song has a story. And Deborah said, you know, it's an old song. There's a lot of those old hymns that we've grown up with that, like she says, has meat in them. The lyrics are God-given, spirit breathed, and so they continue to live on. And our artists today are even doing the same thing for the next generation, should Jesus not have come yet, that the lyrics that God's given people are meat to stand on when it gets to
That's
their
right.
time,
Yeah.
you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
But every song that she's got in this CD has a story behind it with her. I mean,
Right.
that's how artists get their songs, is that they identify with them, they've walked that walk, or it's something that they've known about. And so it's just like when you hear it, you think, that's mine. Might have been someone else's way back
Right,
then,
right.
but he's
But
allowing
that's
it
mine.
to sing
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so neat. Praise God.
I think that's what makes a project so great.
Amen.
is when you draw from that experience of things that have happened to you, you own that song.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You own that feeling. You own that testimony. And then that comes through in the recording.
Something in that resonates with what, you may have heard that song. My sister-in-law listened to this CD every day, and she said, I have a new favorite song every day. Yeah. Whatever you're going through at that moment in your life, something in a song will click.
That's right.
And like I said, my father was a Pentecostal minister, and so I've heard plenty of sermons in my life, in the pulpit and out of the pulpit. But song has always brought me to the place when I was in my lowest or my highest high. Mm-hmm. And the Lord I would hear a song, and he would quicken my spirit through these songs. And that's what this project is. All the songs that have ministered to me at different times in different areas in my life.
Right.
And so that's what Peace Speaker. That's what Precious Lord. That's what Daystar. We're all about.
Well, getting back to the project, I mean, you've got great songs on there, and it's mostly a worship CD.
It is mostly a worship CD. I'll tell you, when I was...
Hey, let me insert here. She can cut a shine when she does the Vestal song. She can do it, but this one here, she chose to do the worship, but...
This one I chose. These are the songs that when I was in the hospital, I had made a CD of all these different songs that I went up to the Good Bookstore here in Ada and just made a CD of all my favorite songs. And when I came out of surgery, I had them put my headphones on and I listened to these songs over and over and over again. And it's what brought me through.
Right. Praise the Lord.
It's what brought me through.
Built your faith.
Amen. They truly brought you
They truly brought me through
into the presence of Jehovah.
Yes.
How's that
that's
for a segue?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You are all that.
That's a good one.
That's good, Mark.
And in the presence of Jehovah, what a place to be.
Yeah.
What a place to be.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to listen to that song right now. That's off the project My Song in the Night from Deborah Butcher. Here's In the Presence of Jehovah.
In and out of situations that tug of war at me, all day long I struggle for the answers that I need, and then I come into your presence, and all my questions become clear. And for that sacred moment, no doubt can interfere. In the presence of Jehovah, God Almighty, Prince of Peace, troubles vanish, hearts are mended in the presence of the King. Through his love, the Lord provided a place for us to rest, a place to find the answer in our hours of distress. Now there's never any reason for you to give up in despair. Just slip away and breathe his name. He will surely meet you there. In the presence of Jehovah, God Almighty, Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, troubles vanish, hearts are mended in the presence of the King. In the presence of the King.
That was In the Presence of Jehovah off the CD debut project from Deborah
Praise
Butcher, Circle of Friends, soloist, and good
Proud to
friend
have
of
her.
Tisha and I, My Song in the Night.
That-
How can people get in touch with you to have you come to their church to minister to their congregation?
Well, they can contact me through my manager, Tisha Todd. We were joking about that
I knew
earlier.
that was coming.
You got it. Hey, we'll get him in touch with it.
Yes. I have my P.O. Box is it's My Song in the Night Ministries, P.O. Box 531 in Ada, 74821. You can also contact me on mysonginthenightministries.com. My phone number that you can contact me at is 580-320-8507. And on Facebook at My Song in the Night Ministries on Facebook.
Right. Come on.
What a beautiful project.
It
My
is.
Song
Thank
in the
you
Night
very
by
much.
Deborah Butcher. Deborah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Mark.
Appreciate you taking the time. And folks, you need to get a copy of this
Amen.
CD. It will bless your heart.
You know, I want to give a plug to the gospel station too.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I first met my sister-in-law and came down here to Ada with her one weekend. You guys were having a hot dog sale at the parking lot at Walmart, and they
Long
had
time ago.
that was a long. It was in the late '90s or early 2000s. And there was a song, and I was laying in bed last night trying to remember this song. It was about Daniel. But I heard that and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish we had a station like this in Tulsa. And I listened to that and she said, oh yeah, that's the gospel station here in Ada. And when I finally got to move down here, that was one of the highlights because I'm a Southern gospel gal and I love the music.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Good
Thank you so
music.
much.
Streamed worldwide, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Deborah Butcher from Ada, Oklahoma, and her new project, My Song in the Night. And we'll be back in just a moment with more of the show after a word from our sponsor.
For years now, you've been hearing about PlaqueMan on the Gospel Station Network. Did you know that PlaqueMan has literally helped hundreds and hundreds of people get heart healthy? It is a tremendous product with fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals, amino acids, an herbal blend, and much, much more. Extremely effective. It will change your health. Make PlaqueMan into a fruit smoothie and start your day each morning, or replace meals with it as a weight loss program. Or you can also buy it in gel caps. PlaqueMan, effective with a money-back guarantee. Why not give it a try? Get heart healthy today by calling 1-800-557 8815. We're selling more Plaque Man right now than ever before because it works. 1-800-557-8815. Plaque Man distributed by the Gospel Station Network, a nonprofit organization.
Well, that's our show for tonight, folks. We want to thank our guests, Canaan Bound Trio from Denison, Texas, and Deborah Butcher from Ada, Oklahoma. And we'll be back again next month with another great show and 2 more artists from around the nation talking about their music, their ministry, and just a little bit about themselves. Until then, this is Mark Hewitt.
And Tisha Todd.
Saying so long, everybody.